South Africa's changing social dynamic is not good for everyone. These Africanas, who enjoyed social and economic privilege during apartheid, are now near the bottom of the pile.
We are fighting for our language, we are fighting for jobs. So my feeling is that we are only fighting all the time to survive.
Thousands of white South Africans rely on charity to live. Betsy Dreyer has been running this community centre for 8 years, and she's almost run off her feet.
I think there must be much more job opportunities for the people like my people here, lots more. And that we must be aware that they mustn't be discriminating against them. It seems just to me that the thing is not in balance anymore.
Kiewit Wolfert was a public servant when whites ran South Africa. Now he and his wife Santa, who was also retrenched from a government job, have barely a thread left of their old lives. Only their creativity is keeping them going. In part, they blame government policies which give black people priority in employment, set black quotas and favour black-owned companies.
I don't know really that much about the racism, but I was the first one to go out, and then the others just followed.
Why do you think you were chosen to be retrenched?
I think they tell us we are whites. They don't give us work, so they give it to other people, other races also.
We don't have a chance. You can go and look for a job. They tell you, they phone you back, and you never do it again from them.
Millions of black South Africans still live in squatter camps. 1/3 of the population has no electricity. Running water and housing are limited. This was once an exclusively black domain. But as new middle-class blacks move into the wealthy white suburbs, the poor whites are joining poor blacks in poverty.
There's a lot of people struggling, but it's ons beurt. The blacks always had to struggle.
Johan Devenaher lost his legs last year when he says he was pushed from a train. Now he can't get work. He gets a tiny pension, but is forced to make up the difference collecting cans for recycling. Home is a squatter camp with 14 others, white and black. It's a big change from his once relatively comfortable life during apartheid.
We had meat, we had money, there was no struggling. We didn't have problems. It was lucky, it was nice. Ockenden was shop. Now times are changing. You know what's happening.
Four and a half million white South Africans make up about 10% of the population. Most whites are Africanas, many from rural areas, and they're said to be less entrepreneurial than British South Africans, partly because of their previously protected existence in the lower levels of the public service. It's the Africanas who are the worst affected by the government's determination to make the workforce better reflect the population. Many are now being forced to rely on soup kitchens to survive. White unemployment has risen by almost 200% in 5 years. The trade union Solidarity is helping to feed the most desperate in the white population.
We think, unfortunately, the situation is that the current government that we had has in the past said they fought for a non-racial society free of racial discrimination. And what we see now is the same kind of system that we had in the past. It's just being implemented by other people, and it is a racially driven society we see more and more.
Solidarity was formed from the remnants of the Mine Workers Union, which campaigned hard to keep both low-skilled Afrikaners and black people out of the workforce during the apartheid years. Now it's lobbying against affirmative action.
Do you understand how ironic it sounds for white South Africans to complain about a government being racially motivated, considering the history here?
Yeah, well, but from our side, we also see it ironic that a government that fought against racial legislation is now doing exactly the same what they fought against.
The ANC, formerly a group of freedom fighters, came to power promising to create a non-racial society. But there's now declared discrimination on the basis of colour.